Hi there, how are you doing? We welcome you all to a very interesting video. In this video, we will compare Android N's latest developer preview 3 to Windows 10 Mobile's latest Redstone build 14356. Android N and Windows 10 Mobile Redstone are the upcoming versions of the respective OSs. So, due to the reason they pack new features, and obviously because they are like beta OSs, there are bit issues here and there. But like Google has confirmed that it is going to be it's very near to the beta release for the Android N Developer Preview 3. And if you talk about the Redstone build 14356, so the anniversary update is very near. So these builds are really very close to, or it's quite close to what will be the final release, because there are lots of fixes that have gone into fine tune them. So we will compare the UIs for like of the both OSs. So here the first thing that we encounter when we try to open a smartphone is the lock screen, and lock screens have become very important nowadays. They carry lots of information. You can do lots of things from the lock screen itself. So let's just compare. Here's the Nexus 5X running the Android N, and I have this Lumia 640 XL running the build 14356. So what you can quickly notice are like the three icons here at the bottom. Here on the Lumia 640 XL also you have three, but the purpose is only one. Have the same purpose of this camera icon here and the camera icon there. So on Lumia 640 XL the camera icon is to the left, but on Nexus 5X it is to the right. So if you tap and hold, you will go to the camera. Here you will do that, you will go to the camera. But apart from that, here the lock is just for the locking, and this is the voice activation or voice assistant use icon. But in case of uh, Windows 10 mobile, it serves the purpose of dragging down the screen, or if you tap and hold and you allow it, you will go to the Cortana. So bit of differences when it comes to icon. So only one is common, which is the camera. So cameras are more important with the since there are no dedicated camera buttons on both, either of them. So now if you have a look on these banners, notification banners, so these are absent on Windows 10 mobile. So on Windows 10 mobile you don't get the banners on the lock screen. So there is no option of directly going to the app, app from where the notification has come. But if in case you like double tap here, in case of Android, you go to the app directly. So something which is missing, or maybe Microsoft may think of bringing the notification on the lock screen itself. If you swipe to the right, you can actually cancel now. So that is something which is missing from Windows 10 mobile for now. But apart from that, if you want to reveal the action center, you can do on both. Just swipe down and you will be able to reveal it. So you can see, as soon as I swipe down on the lock screen itself, in both the cases I was able to reveal the action center. And you can see the differences. The Windows 10 mobile has a kind of flatter, even like it, you can see the rectangular buttons here, which is quite different in design when compared to how the Android N looks like. But the purpose is same, and you can notice the the behavior may be different. As I said, the purpose is same. And here the clear all is clearly marked here. It's at the bottom in case of Android N. You can go to the settings from here. So it is quite different. It's, if you see the design wise, it's obviously different. So it depends upon how you actually, whether you like and which one you like. So you can see that swiping down collapses. In case of Windows 10 mobile, if you swipe down, it will collapse and expand the these action buttons. But in case of Android, you have a I mean, dedicated kind of arrow here which does that same thing. Windows 10 Mobile also offers flexibility of changing it. You can change which one is lies where, etc. So this is how the UI differ in case of the action center, which we just noticed, and how the lock screen differs. So if you talk about the overall impression, so Android N has a bit of advantage in terms of getting the notifications on the lock screen itself and doing things which is missing from the Windows 10 Mobile. Now, if we go to the UI part, the real UI part or the home screen, you will see lots of difference again. So here you can see the prominent the Google search bar on the top, which is not here. You can see the tiles, something which are like quite I mean it's can be said to be the identity of Windows 10 Mobile, flat, and then you have the tiles which I mean just they just supply sort of information. Like in case of this people app, they can supply the small profiles. In the photos, they supply the, I mean they can give the information on photos. You can see a bit of a bit of glance of the information in case of Twitter. So if you expand it, you can see the more information. So in case of Windows 10 Mobile, if you ask, so these are like icon come widget. So in Android, you have separate icons and widgets for things. But in case of Windows 10 Mobile, the same thing. So the same live tiles, what we call as live tiles, they work as both. So I mean, if you go to the smallest size of them, they are mostly we have like icon, but again the active icon. So it shows that I have four messages. If I expand it, I can also come to understand that this message has come from whom, and it will also show me the message. So it's kind of widget come icons that you see on the Windows 10 mobile's home screen. In case of Android, if you go to the home screen, here you have icons. If you want widget, you have to think about it, so you can get widgets as well. But then the purpose of widgets become different. I mean, they take lots of space, frankly speaking. So let's say if I get this one, if I get any of the, let's say, Gmail or any widget, okay. So I can get a widget here without any issue. So this is how it works. So, but as I said, either you get a widget or you get an icon. So in that way, if you compare the Windows 10 mobile and you compare the Android, you can see that there are like bit of differences, and somehow I like the Windows 10 mobile implementation much more, because in this case at least I mean if you compare now, so I can tell you that you can do more with the widgets than you can do with the tile, because if you tap on the tile, it directly takes you to the app. You cannot interact with the tile. So that's where if you compare to the widget, the I mean it's more helpful or it's more functional. But if you just compare to, I mean, having the benefit or having the luxury of getting the live icons here, so then Windows 10 Mobile is better, or this implementation looks better. So Microsoft is like supposed to, or Microsoft has planned to bring interactive tiles, something which will make it as good as using the widgets functionality of interacting it with it. So if you ask me, somehow I would be inclined to use this tiles more, because they are easy and they provide more information, because the widgets are something that not everybody likes. I have seen like one or two widgets, using people one or two widgets, and mostly the icons. But in case of Windows 10 mobile, even if you use the smallest size of live tile, you get some info already displayed, and these are active live tiles. So it depends. Again, I mean, I should not be very kind of telling you that what you have to use, but frankly speaking, this is my own thinking or my own experience with it. So obviously what I can say that Microsoft may bring the interactive tiles, or I mean soon, so that we can do more like we can do with the widgets. But I mean, this is how the UIs look. They are quite different actually, if you ask me. They look different, and then how they behave is quite different. So you can remove it from here. For removing it, you have to drag it to the top to the remove. Here you can just tap on this to remove it. So this is how you handle things. You can create folders here very easily. You have to just drag it to on top of any other app, and you will create a new folder. Here you have the ready-made folders, but you can again create it if you want. So some implementation look quite similar, some are quite different actually. Now on the home screen, you can have more home screens if you want. So if you want to add a new widget, so you can just move it and you will create a new home screen. In case of Windows 10 Mobile, there are only two home screens. So one is the app list and another is the home screen that we use. So it's quite easy if you ask us. Just you can just tap and hold and you can pin it to the start and you get a new app. In case of I mean Android N, you have to go to the apps and you can tap and hold and you can actually send to the home screen. So many may like the simplicity of Windows 10 Mobile in the sense that you don't have many screens. We have two screens, so there's less confusion. You come to here, you can do things with the tiles. You go to the app list, you play with the app, you can pin to the start, etc. Easy to handle. But Android gives you lots of room to do lots of things. But I mean, in case if you are not that kind of person who really enjoys doing all this sort of, I mean, customizations, or that sort of having lots of home screens, etc., then I mean, again, it depends. So this is how the home screens compare to each other from Android into Windows 10 Mobile, and we have just saw how the lock screens compare. So with that, we come to end of this video. Stay tuned for more as we compare the Android into Windows 10 Mobile in terms of, I mean, many more aspects that we will do. Okay, thanks for watching.